Between the planes of reality and perception is a Garden of Eden of the mind, where the plants of our subconscious bear the fruit of knowledge that nobody necessarily wants or needs, but it's tasty, so who cares, right? This is the Pickle Tree. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Pickle Tree. And yes, I am recording this right after I recorded episode 9. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm doing it back to back, because I'm scheduling these uploads to be a day apart each. So the 9th episode is going to release tomorrow, and this episode is going to release the day after tomorrow, and the 8th episode just released today. So, I guess it's like a good way to plan ahead, get it out of the way, get it ready to get out there, so that way I can focus on other stuff. So now tomorrow I don't have to worry about recording a podcast episode or anything like that, because I already have one being uploaded that day. And the day after tomorrow, I don't have to worry about recording a new podcast episode. And yeah, so I think it's like a good way of just kind of planning ahead, getting it ready to go out there, and then now I can focus on other stuff. And I think that's a good way of doing things. So I might just figure out a way of doing that from now on. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But today I want to talk about DoorDash. I want to talk about my job with DoorDash and just my work, my story about working in general. So, before DoorDash, I worked for Lyft, and before I worked for Lyft, I worked for GameStop. And before I worked for GameStop, I worked for an electronic company called Fry's Electronics. They're out of business now. They are all gone all around the country. And I have to say, it was the worst job that I ever had in my entire life. So when I got my job at Fry's Electronics, I had already worked seasonal at GameStop before. I had experience with selling products and everything like that, and I had experience with just doing sales, and I knew video games and consoles and all that. So I wanted to be in that department. They're like, okay, we'll put you on sales. We're going to pay you a little bit lower than minimum wage, but you do make commission for everything that you sell. And I'm like, cool, that's perfect. Okay, I'm okay with that. And I was making not really good money. I was making about, I think it was $6 an hour or something like that. And, at first when I was like, okay, I'm going to be in sales, I'm going to make some sales, and I'll make commission for the sales that I do. That's fine. Whatever. As long as I'm working, as long as I have a job. And I wanted to do Lyft on the side. While I was working on getting the Lyft job on the side, while I was working at the electronics store, the first day, they had me stocking shelves. And not just stocking, the electronics shelves and the DVDs and the, games and stuff like that. But no, they had me stocking shelves for the as seen on TV products. They had me stocking shelves for the staples. They had me stocking shelves for speakers. They had me stocking shelves for perfume. I don't know why perfume and cologne and all that was in an electronics store, but it was, and I had to stock the shelves for it. They had carts upon carts upon carts in my section of the store that I had to take these carts full of random stuff and put them back on the shelves, because these are products that people didn't want to buy, or people misplaced, or whatever, or they were stuff that were filling up the back that had to go out on the floor. And on my first day, I was like, you know what? This first day probably doesn't happen often. Whatever. I do my job. I'm stocking shelves. I didn't get to make any sales. I didn't get to talk to any customers because everybody just saw me stocking shelves. They didn't think, oh, I'm going to ask that guy to sell me an Xbox. And I'm like, whatever, it's fine. It's the first day. I emptied out all, like, I think there were 6 carts in total, because there were 3 carts that were there, but they would take the cart and then fill it up even more and then bring the cart back. So I did like 6 carts that day for like a full like 7-hour shift or something like that. And I'm like, whatever. Come back the next day and there are carts waiting for me, and they're like, okay, you have to do this. And I'm like the only guy working in this department other than one other guy. The one other guy doesn't have to stock shelves. He gets to do sales and everything like that, and make sure and stands by the computer and everything, because he's technically one step higher than me. He understands the computer system and everything, and he does everything like that. He's basically my boss for that section. So he doesn't have to stock shelves. I have to stock shelves. So I keep stocking all these shelves over and over again. And then I'm like, whatever. Second day, fine. Third day, do it again. Fourth day. After a week, I was like, no, I'm not doing this. This is not what I signed up for. I'm getting underpaid for commissions that I can't make because nobody knows that I'm a salesman. They just see a guy stocking perfume in a whole entire different section of the store. Like, I'm not even in my section, so they can't possibly know that I'm there to sell video games, consoles, and entertainment. I was in the entertainment department, so I was meant to sell that stuff. So I don't know about you guys, but if I were to see someone stocking perfume and cologne in that section, like 2 sections away from the entertainment section, then I wouldn't go up to that person and say, hey, do you know a good console for my son? Like, no, that's not gonna happen. So I went on lunch, never went back. And I called them in. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do this job anymore. It's too straining on me. It's straining on my back, because they had me lifting up speakers to stock up these like heavy ass speakers and everything all by myself. And yeah, it was awful. I then got the lift job. Like at the same time, I also went back to working seasonal with GameStop. So I was doing seasonal at GameStop and Lyft, which is cheap, bad Uber, or whatever, as people like to call it if you've never heard of Lyft. But I think it's honestly, I found it a lot better than Uber, but everybody just knows Uber, so I don't know. Anyways, I had the seasonal job at GameStop. I was working for Lyft, and I actually got to stay after that seasonal position at GameStop, and I became a sales rep. And I loved it. I loved every single second of it. The only thing that I hated about working at GameStop was trying to sell people things that they did not want. I hated that. I like, that is not how sales works. People use the pen analogy and when they do interviews for sales positions, and it's like, try to sell me this pen. And then the first question that you should always ask, okay, do you want or need a pen? And it's like, no, that you have to sell me it. And it's like, well, if you don't want or need a pen, I'm not going to try to sell you something that you don't need or want. Like, that's not how sales works. And honestly, I can't tell you how many times I have scared people away or discouraged people from coming back or pissed people off because I had to try to sell them a goddamn GameStop membership or try to have them pre-order something because my boss was watching me. If it were just me, I would say, hey, do you have a membership with us? And it's like, no. Oh, well, would you like to sign up and start saving now? You could save this much on this purchase. No, thank you. They literally ask you to do more than that. And it's like, and not to ask closed-end questions like that. Like, you have to ask open-ended questions. And it's like, I get that, but at the same time, the person just wants to get their game and get the fuck out. Like, you have to look at it from their perspective. They're just going in there to get a game and get out. If they want to save money, then they will see the advertisements literally posted on every single fucking inch of the store, or they will say yes to meet my very simple offer that I just played out for you guys. They will either say yes or they will say no, and they will get the fuck out. Like, honestly, I feel I've heard so many stories of all my friends, so many people that say they hate going to GameStop simply because the people that work there try so hard to sell them extra bullshit, and it's annoying. It's annoying to shop at a game store. Do you hear that, GameStop representatives? If you work at GameStop, if you're higher up at GameStop and you are somehow listening to this podcast, do you hear me? People are annoyed shopping at GameStop. People shouldn't have to be annoyed when they shop at GameStop. People should be able to come in, get what they want, and just get out. And, like, I get, like, we're trying to make money and everything, but, like, it was just an awful experience for that reason only. But when I could do what I wanted, when I could be myself and not some corporate cog in the machine working on some fucking script that my boss wrote me, and just was myself talking about games with other people, or trying to help grandma get a game for her grandkid because she didn't understand any of this kind of stuff, or ruin a 12-year-old's day that's trying to buy GTA with his mom or dad there. Like, when I could do that, it was a good time. It was a nice time. I enjoyed being myself at that job. But sadly, actually, I'm not going to get to there yet. Let's get to Lyft, which I was doing on the side when I wasn't working at GameStop or after I was working at GameStop. Lyft was an experience. I enjoyed meeting new people and talking to people and everything like that. Some of the drunk people were very nice, like overly nice, and would give me very generous tips and everything. The one thing that I absolutely hated were the shitty people. Shitty people that would be in my car puking. I had like 2 pukers. I hated the areas that I had to go to. Most of the time, I had one guy at a bar try to piss on my car. I had to go into like really shady areas of downtown Chicago, and like very ghetto, very bad areas. I had one guy come up to my car and try to make me a drug mule. Like, I've had the wrong customers try to come in and try to scam me. Like, oh yeah, that's my name, and then the real customer will come in and be like, oh, who's this? And I'm like, wait, what? It's a very, very stressful job to work for Lyft. I hated it because there was no way of knowing where I had to go, how far I would have to go, or anything. And some of these rides would take forever. It took a huge toll on my car. It would take me to areas that I was not familiar with or I did not like being in. And I hated driving in the city. And a lot of the times, almost most of the time, I would have to get a ride from the suburbs, which I do enjoy driving in, all the way out to the city, which I hated driving in. And Lower Wacker, the road that is from the Dark Knight, the one with the Joker. Yeah, no, that road is a fucking nightmare, especially for GPS. Like, once you go in there and your GPS is gone. Like, you have no navigation whatsoever because your navigation is going all over the place and you have no idea where you're going. So when you're driving someone to a specific spot or you're going somewhere to pick someone up, like, it's just like, wait, where am I supposed to go? And you start having to use you have to use the GPS as a map. Like, you're going back to the fucking 90s or whatever, like way before GPSs even existed or even were normally affordable. Like I had to revert back to basically using my GPS as a map, and I had to figure out what road names were like what, and what roads led to what other roads, in order for me to get to my destination or get me to a spot that I could actually get signal. I quit I quit Lyft after I think a year and a half of working for them, but I ended on a 5-star rating. But what I also hated were people who were trying to get free money by saying that my car was filthy, that I was a bad driver, that I was extremely rude to them, that I smelt like shit, or what, like I smelt like I shit myself, I think someone said. And like, these were all definite lies that people were just trying to get a refund up for their ride. Like, I've never drove for Lyft smelling bad. I would always shower and put on deodorant and, cologne, and I would use air fresheners in my car to make sure that the car smelled nice and that I smelled okay. And I was overly, I was above and beyond friendly with everybody. I have never had a bad experience. I have had a couple of times where other drivers have almost caused accidents, and I have had one instance where I got a flat tire while I was working for Lyft, and while I had a ride, and it caused I drove it all the way out to get the people to their destination, but I had no idea how to change a tire, and it was 2 guys and 2 girls that they met each other at the bar, and the guy sacrificed getting some that night to help me change a tire, because I never knew how. I never was taught how to change a tire on my car. So they helped me out, but they sacrificed getting some that night, and they were extremely drunk, but I appreciate those guys. Those guys are awesome. But yeah, I quit Lyft, and then I was just working for GameStop, and I enjoyed GameStop. I loved GameStop. And then before my job ended with GameStop, I started doing DoorDash, and we'll get into the DoorDash job because I'm still doing that. And I was doing DoorDash on the side while working for GameStop, and it was a good gig. It was, I was streaming every now and then. I was making YouTube content every now and then, and I was working at GameStop. COVID hit, and I did not have an immune system, and I was also very sick for that first few months when COVID did hit, and they did not want me coming in being sick. And before I could get back in, my store location closed. And as soon as I started feeling better and ready to go back in, when they were doing basically at door pickups or whatever, where we would leave the product outside after people paid online or whatever, I got told that my store was closing. They didn't have any hours for me, and I was like, well, am I going to be transferred to a different location? They said, don't hold your breath. So my store location closed. Everybody that I knew that did work there got transferred to other locations. Pretty much every other employee, as far as I know, that worked there got different locations. I was the only one that got terminated from GameStop completely. And honestly, I don't think I ever want to go back. I never want to work retail again, because the pay was not that great for what I had to do. Now I work only for DoorDash, and honestly, I like it. I make about $16 an hour. About $16 an hour on a good day. But I definitely could be making more if people would fucking tip. If you are listening to this podcast right now, and if you have ever put in $0.00 in that tip, because you have to go out of your way to say other amount of tip, and you have to go out of your way to press 0 3 times, or just 0 once. You have to go out of your way to not give somebody a tip. get the fuck out. You basically want slaves. You want somebody to give you a service without paying them. And that delivery fee that you have to pay is not going to us. That's not us. That delivery fee, the tax, all that kind of stuff, we don't get any of that. Think about it like this. You order a pizza from a pizza place, right? Costs you about $30. Then you have to pay the delivery fee, which is about $5. $35. Okay? You don't put in a tip for that. The drive from the dasher to the restaurant to pick up your pizza is about 30 minutes. And then another 30 minutes from the pizza place to your door. I am providing you a service by picking up your food and delivering it to you. I will make about $3. $3 to $4 for that whole thing. Because you decided not to tip. Now, I can understand if you don't believe in tips, if you're from a country that tips don't even exist and you're new to this country, or whatever, or if you think that the company should pay people more and you want to send a message or whatever, it doesn't matter. I rely on those tips. You are fucking me over by not tipping me. And honestly, if you can't afford a tip because you have too much food or the delivery stuff is too expensive or whatever, don't fucking order online. If you can't afford to tip, then don't do it. Don't do that service. That's like going to a restaurant and not tipping your waiter afterwards. And I get it. You're tipping before you get the service. You can get that tip money back if your service was terrible. If you never receive your food, if somebody ate your food, if they threw it on the ground and just like it went everywhere, whatever is wrong with it, you can get the tip back, refunded to you, if it's honestly that bad. So tip initially, tip what you think is fair. Usually people tip about 15% of the total. You tip what's fair in your mind, and then if it's really bad, reduce or get a refund for your tip. But please, for the love of God, if you've never worked in a situation where you rely on tips, being a server at a restaurant or being a DoorDash driver or working for Uber or any of that, if you've never worked for any job like that, then you have no right to have any understanding of what it's like to not get a tip. And for those of you saying, get a better job, get a real job or whatever, DoorDash is a real job. It's a job. I am doing a job. I am providing you a service. If everybody who is working that service had to get a better job, if you're literally going over there ordering on DoorDash all the time and putting in a $0 tip because you think every DoorDash driver should get a better job, well, then how about you think about not having the ability to order on DoorDash because everybody who works for DoorDash got a better job. Nobody works for DoorDash anymore. Nobody's delivering your food. Who's going to deliver your food? Nobody. That too. Like, you got to understand this. DoorDash drivers are no different than a pizza delivery guy. So if you tip your pizza delivery guy, but you don't tip your DoorDash driver, that's awful. If you take away a guy's tip because the restaurant didn't have the food you wanted, or the restaurant forgot to give you a specific sauce, you're a scumbag, because that is not on the DoorDash driver, that is on the restaurant. It is not up to the DoorDash driver in most situations. Like if McDonald's gives you the food and they give you a normal cheeseburger instead of a double cheeseburger, that's not on the DoorDash driver, because if you didn't tell, there are stickers all over the bag. You go through the drive-thru or you go inside, they hand you a locked up bag with stickers all over it. There's no way that I can tell what's in there, or that I can tell if everything that you ordered is in there. It is not on me to make sure that you get the right food unless you order something where I have to shop for you or whatever. That is not on me as a DoorDash driver. So DoorDash is a very frustrating job, simply for the customers. The customers are very shitty most of the time. And I just want to put that out there. I want to say, if you order from DoorDash, and I think I might do a full episode about talking about DoorDash, because I talked about jobs in general, all my jobs, my job history in general. I think I might record a future episode where I just talk about DoorDash and everything like that, some DoorDash stories and all that kind of stuff, because we only have about 5 minutes left of this episode, and I feel like I haven't talked about it enough. But yeah, I really think that people have a real misunderstanding for what DoorDash is, what it means to people who work for it, and everything like that. And I've looked for other jobs, and I've tried applying to other places. No other place offers a significantly more, a significantly better pay with enough hours to make me want to do it alongside of DoorDash or completely quit DoorDash and do only their job. There is no job out there that I have found that beats $16 an hour for a job that I can do whenever the hell I feel like it. Oh man, it's awful outside and it's raining and it's like a bad storm out. I don't feel like working today. Then I don't have to work. Oh man, I'm feeling lazy and I'm not having a great day emotionally. I'm gonna stay home and just binge watch some TV. I can do that. I can do that. If I want to work from fucking 8 in the morning till 3 o'clock in the morning the next day, I can do that. I can work so many hours in just a single sitting if I wanted to. I can, and the best part is that I'm only limited to a certain area. I don't go outside of my area. I don't have to go to the city. I don't have to go 3 towns over. I can choose a small section that I want to stay in, so I don't have to travel super far. And if I like one area or one town or whatever, if I know that a certain town tips better because it's full of rich people, then yeah, I'll do that. And it's very surprising. I have delivered to so many mansions. I'm talking better than the Home Alone house. I'm talking better than Richie Richardson's house. I'm talking fucking castles. I have delivered to fucking castles, dude. These houses are insane. And I get no tip from them. How can you fucking have the audacity to order so much food from so far away and in the rain and not tip me when you live in a goddamn castle? Rich people piss me off already, just because they're rich and they're not really helping anybody. They're just kind of keeping their money for themselves to have a giant home that they only use 20% of, and the rest is just empty space that could be used to house homeless families or homeless people, or just be better. I hate rich people. That should be an episode, just how much I hate rich people and why I hate rich people. But goddamn, if you are fucking rich and you don't tip, it pisses me off. But anyways, we're on the last minute of the podcast, and I want to thank you all so much for watching or listening to me ramble on and on. And yeah, 2 episode ideas. One where we talk about my DoorDash job more in depth, what I like, what I don't like, and some crazy stories I may or may not have. My dog is barking in the background, don't worry. And another episode of me talking about how much I just generally hate very rich and selfish people. So yeah, thank you all so much for listening, and yeah, I love rambling on like this because it's very therapeutic for me. It's great to just express myself, express my feelings, tell you guys my stories, my experiences, and all that kind of stuff. So I love you all, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Hey, thank you for listening to me talk for about 30 minutes straight. If you want to hear me talk more, then check out other episodes of The Pickle Tree on your favorite podcast provider. If you want to send me a voice message that could be featured on a future episode and ask me anything, or just show your love for the podcast, go to anchor.fm/thepickletree/message. That is anchor.fm/thepickletree/message. If you want to support me or find my other social media, everything about me can be found on my website, tovarisawesome.com. Thank you again. Goodbye for now.